Hello, I'm Mark and welcome back to TLC, where the universe isn't something you're looking at, it's something that's looking through you. In our last video, we explored joy as a spiritual practice, the frequency that aligns us with Source and allows love to flow through us. Today, we're asking the question, what if the very fabric of the universe isn't matter, but mind? Not your mind, or my mind specifically, but consciousness itself, with a capital C. I know it sounds like the sort of thing you'd hear at 2 p.m. in a philosophy seminar, but this isn't abstract. It's deeply personal, and for some of us, it feels urgent. We were raised on a story about reality that told us we live in a cold mechanical universe, that consciousness is something the brain accidentally cooked up, that we're fundamentally separate, clinging to meaning on what Carl Sagan called a pale blue dot. It's a tidy story, scientific sounding, but for many of us, it stopped ringing true. Because beneath the chatter of the rational mind, a different knowing whispers. What if consciousness isn't in us? What if we're in it? What if the mind isn't trapped inside the body, but the body is held, shaped, expressed by mind? The French writer Anais Nin once wrote, "We see the world not as it is, but as we are." In this case, then, what happens when we remember who we really are? This understanding is ancient wisdom, carried through the Vedas, through indigenous traditions, through mystics of every lineage. And now, interestingly, it's being explored by physicists who've started to notice that matter doesn't quite behave the way we thought it did. The view they're circling back to is this: consciousness is primary. Reality isn't built from lifeless stuff that somehow woke up one day. It's built from living awareness, love, if you like. I believe this is true. Consciousness is fundamental, and we are not separate from one another. We're expressions of a shared loving source. And death, not the end, a transition back into consciousness with a capital C. Now, I realize this might sound esoteric, so let me bring it closer to home, because actually you already know this. Think of the last time you felt truly connected, not on a screen scrolling through other people's lives, but in silence or in nature or with someone you love. That isn't sentimentality, it's remembrance. Rupert Spira puts it beautifully. Every time you experience joy, peace, love, and beauty, you are tasting yourself as you truly are. These aren't fleeting emotions, they're glimpses of your essential nature. The mystics have always said what we call the world is a dream within a greater mind, not an illusion to escape, but a sacred dance to witness and cherish with love. Here's what matters practically. If consciousness is the medium, then all things are connected and all actions matter, which means how we treat ourselves, one another, and the world matters infinitely more than we realized. So, here's your mindful homework for this week. Find a moment when you're not doing anything, not even meditating in the formal sense. Just sit and ask yourself this: what is it that's aware right now? Not what are you aware of, the thoughts, the sounds, the sensations passing through, but what is the awareness itself? Don't try to answer intellectually, just rest in the question. Notice what happens when you stop looking outward and turn your attention toward the looker. Beneath the noise and the doubt, beneath the stories of separation and smallness, something remains. You are aware, you are connected, you are enough. You are not a separate fragment adrift in a cold universe. You are an expression of the universe itself, waking up to its own nature. And that, I think, is incredibly wonderful. So, this week, notice the moments when life feels alive, when love moves through you without effort. These aren't accidents. They're the beautiful truth showing itself through your life. Today's video is supported by Time to Let Go, who offer a heartfelt space for anyone grieving the loss of an animal companion. They are not just pets, they're part of our soul's journey. Time to let go offer memorials that honor the love you shared. A reminder that love never ends, it simply changes form. You'll find the link to their beautiful offerings below. Thank you for watching. Remember, everything we share at TLC aims to be hopeful, or healing, and my heartfelt desire is that it meets you exactly where you are on your journey. Keep your candle burning bright, and let's light the way together, not as separate flames, but as expressions of the one light that's always been here with TLC.